Tutorial 5, driving multiple LEDs, and here we have it. At least the first one out of 5. Here, as you can see, I have multiple LEDs with multiple resistors with multiple wires and power to connect it to ground, which connects all of the LEDs going to ground through here. Then I have all these spins going into the LEDs through the resistors, going back to ground. Here we have the one after another one. Here we have the one at a time. Here is the ping pong. Here is the marquee. And here is the random one. And here is the coding. So in the coding, this is the tutorial 5, the basic. So here we set up an integer which is called LED pins, and it's an array that will set pins, all these pins into the array. In the void setup we have so here we have a loop that will start at 0 and add 1 every time and go up to 5, and we have here a pin mode which will turn all the LED pins into an output. And then in the void loop we have all the loops that we use, one after another one at a time, ping pong, marquee, and random. In the void loop we also have the void for the one after another loop. This has a set delay time to 100 milliseconds. That means that everywhere where it says delay time, it will automatically be 100 milliseconds, and this can be changed. So here we have an index which will start at 0 and add 1 every time until it gets to 5. It will turn the LEDs on and then wait the delay time. After that it will start at 5, pin 5 or the index 5, and go down to 0, subtracting 1 every time, and this will turn the LEDs off with a delay time. And here we have the void for the one at a time. So in here we send an integer called index, and in the index we have it set to from 0 to 5, adding 1 every time, and we also have a set delay time of 100 milliseconds. So for the index, it will turn the LED pin on, then wait 100 milliseconds, then turn it off, then go back and add another one and do that until it gets to 5. For the void ping pong, we set the delay time to 100 milliseconds, and we have an index that will start at 0 and then at 1 every time until it gets to 5. And in here we have it set so that it turns the LED on, wait a time, then wait the delay time, then turn it off. Then we have it another index which will start at 5, subtract 1 every time and go to down to 0. It will turn the LED on, wait the delay time, and then turn the LED off. In the void for the marquee, we have set an integer what is called index, and we have an integer called delay time that is 200 milliseconds. So in here we start at 0 for the index. We start at 0 and go all the way up to 2, adding 1 every time, and this will turn the LED on, then turn another one on, but it will add 3 to it, and then wait the delay time. Then it will turn the LED off and turn the other one off. That's also 3 plus. In the void random, we set up the index and a delay time of 100 milliseconds. For the index, we set it to random out of 6, so it will pick one random LED and do this loop for it. It will turn it on, wait the delay time, and then turn it off. Hi, this is Felix doing tutorial 5, the modified. As you can see, I didn't change any of the hardware, but I added a new pattern that's like it's like a reversed um, ping pong, where instead of turning on the ping pong the LED, it would shut off with all of them being on. And here's the modified coding for the modified. So here we have it void for reverse ping pong. So in here we set up the index and we set up a delay time of 100 milliseconds. First, we set the index to 0 and it will add 1 every time and go all the way up to 5. This will, and it will do this. It will turn LEDs on, all of them, without a delay time. Then after that, it will start at 0, then go all the way to 5, adding 1 every time. It will turn the LED off, wait the delay time, then turn the LED on, and wait the delay time. After that, it will start at 5 and go down to 0, subtracting 1 every time. It will turn the LED on off, wait the delay time, then turn the LED on, then wait the delay time. And that's the modified reverse ping pong.